Good evening, folks.
Hi.
How are y'all doing tonight? Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to everybody. Doc Ferris is in the room. Christy Betts. Who else?
Lonely Prepper.
Chip
Away
Signal.
News Times.
Lisa Bicknell. Heather Russo.
Can I touch it now?
You can touch it now. Yeah, you got control. Unless I need something, I really don't. We'll be on this setting pretty much the whole night. So, Happy New Year's, folks. We hope you guys had a good break. We've been out for 2 weeks now, and it's been it feels like forever.
Yeah.
It's been a long. We've been really excited today about doing this show tonight because it's just we haven't been on in a while, and it's kind of addicting to go live. Would you say?
So,
my wife got me some gummy bears.
Yep.
So I'm going to open those up here. So if you guys can hear us okay, just give us a thumbs up. We'll be happy to get that. Then we'll get started. Talk about 2018. I don't want to make all the noise with my gummy bears.
Waiting on you, babe. I said waiting on you, babe.
We good to go with thumbs up?
I guess. I mean,
good sound check?
I guess so. Everybody's just saying hi to each other.
Yeah. You guys can hear us? Okay.
They're still just all saying hi to each other. Yes, Lisa gave us a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Fantastic. All right. So let's talk about 2018. What a year. And it went by super fast.
Yeah, it did.
I don't recall a year that has gone by so quickly. What do you think?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
But it seemed like the day-to-day it just drug its ass, and then all of a sudden it was like, holy crap, it's December.
Right. A lot of things went down. We did a lot of things over the year.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the things we did do.
We put a new door on our the back door, new double French door. The old one was handmade and didn't meet in the middle. So
no, it didn't meet in the middle. Big old gap about
you could see through it. I mean, it
almost
was
half a centimeter wide.
Yeah.
But I tell you, in the winter, that wind would just
it makes a difference.
Blow
like
right through.
We got it because it was one of those updates that you need to do, and you figure it'll make a difference, but you don't expect it to make that much of a difference, and it makes that much of a difference.
Right. So background story: we've been in this house for 2 years now.
Yep.
Just a little over 2 years, and we moved into this house. This house was empty, of course, and it sat empty for a while. And Megan found this house. This is a log cabin, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, on 2.5 acres, 2.5-ish acres. And of course, it needs a lot of updating. The house was built in '84, officially. Looked it up.
All right, whatever.
I'm telling you, '84. That's what the panel says. Is '84.
Okay.
But it seems like this house has been updated since 1984. However, I'll take that back. The air conditioning system
was like 2 years old when we got it.
2014 or 2016.
Yeah, something like that.
I want to say 2000. No,
it was 14. It was 2 years old when we moved into it.
So a whole brand new HVAC system, and we got this place for steel, especially for the county we live in.
Yeah.
So
but it's just slow working.
It's slow progress because the things we need to do to the house are upgrading major things.
Yeah.
Like the kitchen.
One of the things we talked about for trying to do this year, if we can make it happen, is to gut our entire kitchen. It's the house is kind of set up almost like a double wide. You walk in and it's an open floor plan for the living room, kitchen, dining room area. It's just probably a third of the house at that end is that. And then there's a single narrow hallway that goes down the middle. And then you've got bedroom, bathroom, bedroom on one side, and then pantry / laundry room. And then the master bedroom, our bedroom, with the bathroom around through it. So it's set up very much like a double wide.
It's a beautiful house. We love it.
Right. And then it's got full front porch and full back porch. She's fine.
No.
We're gonna
You
cuddle,
sure?
and she's gonna be fine.
All right. All right. I'm about to shut that door so none of the other cats.
They're fine, honey.
Okay. But so slowly but surely we've been making progress on this house, and getting the door fixed
Was a huge step.
It was a huge step. We got the money.
I think it was one of those extra paycheck months.
Something like that. And we said, hey, we can do one of two
we
things.
Can blow it on stuff we don't. I mean, we need, but we don't need, or we can get a new door.
No, I suggested two things. We can change out all of our faucets.
He wanted to change out all the faucets, and that is so far down my list.
Toilet and everything like that.
Nah.
And we did install that additional toilet. So both of our toilets are now up to date and not from 1984.
Yeah, which is good when you have 9 people in your house for Christmas and you need efficient flushers.
Efficient flushers, clogging poops. Just saying. See, second cat.
Just keep talking. What's next on the list?
We
got new chickens last year.
We did get new
chickens.
We
got 9 babies.
9,
no,
we
got 9 new ones. All of them lived. So for the first time that we've had chicken, we get them as chicks from Tractor Supply. But all 9 of them lived, and they're now bigger than our other girls, and I think they're right on the verge of starting to lay.
Yeah.
So they're beautiful. They're fun. They're what are they? Barred rocks.
I want to say we got that. Yeah, bar rock. Chickens.
Barred rock.
I want to say we got them in September.
Something like that.
January. So yeah, maybe sooner than that. August.
I thought it was like Augusty.
Augusty. So yeah, 5. They start laying on their 6th month.
Yeah.
So we should be getting eggs soon, which is good because we're past the cusp of winter.
Yeah. No, we haven't even had winter yet.
I know that. Don't listen to him. Well, I'm saying the length of time during the day.
Oh, okay.
Sunlight is going to grow from here.
Yeah.
So that's good because we lost a circuit. One of our circuits went out.
Yeah.
And I tested the circuit, couldn't figure out where it's at. Got new circuit breakers, put those in, and still the circuit is not charged. And it powers the stuff in the backyard, including the chicken coop, which had a large LED light in it. And we kept the LED light on a timer, so it would time out for 14 hours a day, which is what you should have for your chickens to produce the perfect amount of eggs. And it's probably been 2 weeks since that went out. And it's not a big deal. I mean,
even our other chickens are not laying as much, but it's still enough for us.
But
we don't have the backlog that we.
I would say it was significant, the amount of eggs that have dropped. Pretty significant.
Yeah.
So it does make a difference to make sure you have your chickens with light.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip ahead to this one because MBG asked if we had any damage with the storm. I don't know which storm. We've had several. We had, what do we have? We had Florence, we had Matthew, and then we've actually had more issues in the county with the rainstorms that we've had. Like, we are breaking records with our rainfall. So all of the rivers, the creeks, the tributaries, all that kind of stuff they're at their flood stage just on a normal day-to-day at this point. So any rain that we have is flooding stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't had any real damage so far at the house.
We did lose a tree.
We lost a really big tree. Yeah. Well, the one that really jacked us up was during Florence, and it took out the power lines to the house. So we were without power for 7 days. The house itself, we haven't had any issues. We do still have a tree. The way our house is set up is we're a decent amount off the road.
Oh.
And our well head is up at the road, and so we have a meter on our house for our house power. Rookie, we have a meter on the house for the house power, and then we also have a separate meter down at the well. And there's a tree, like a tall ass pine tree, leaning across our driveway,
and
it's supported by another tall ass pine tree. And we have been calling them, and it's where where it's leaning, it's the power line comes across here, and it's leaning on the power line. So if and when that one goes, it's going to pull the power line down for our well. and also put the power line across our driveway. And by we, I mean me, I have called our energy people like 6 or 7 times at this point to have them come out, and still nothing. So it's a fight for next week because I've just been exhausted. So overall, we've done really well with all the weird weather that we've been getting this year.
I think we're less than an inch off of breaking like the record that is. Like,
yeah, they do, Chip. We have to pay for it because they don't, like, we have to take them. Basically, I don't know how, like, I'm sorry, my words aren't coming out. He said they meter you on a well, and we do, and we have to pay. You're not allowed to have more than one meter on the property unless one is residential and one is commercial.
Right.
So technically the one on our well is commercial, and we can fight that.
There's no house attached.
Because there's no house attached to it. Babe, just don't. And
all 3 cats.
Yes, and they want to say hi to our faithful viewers. All of our cats have come to say hello. Okay?
God.
Piss off. And so we have to get all this paperwork together to take it to the energy company to be like, hey, y'all, no, this is a well for our house. There's no other structure on it, anything else. And we just haven't done it.
Yeah.
Like, the moral of that story, we just haven't done it. So it's not great.
Yeah.
But what else? We paid off our truck.
Financials this year, we did pay off the truck.
Yeah, so that's good. And ahead of schedule.
That was supposed to be paid off like February this year.
Something like that. Total. Yeah, so about a year-ish early.
Yeah. You're moving the camera.
I'm sorry.
Which is attached to it.
I'm trying not to bounce.
Yeah. You can bounce all you want, just not on the table. They give them a show. Woo!
Welcome back to BreakAway Homestead. So that was a big deal for us. We don't have a lot of debt, but we have debt, and it's something that's important to us to really make sure that we're getting it taken care of and still able to do the things that we want to do and need to do. So paying off the truck was a big deal for us.
Yeah.
It was definitely one of those moments where you're like, well, hot damn, our work has paid off.
We did something.
Yeah, we accomplished something financially, which is
it's a feat in its own.
Yeah, so, but yeah.
So the big one is building this channel up. So BreakAway Homestead is now at 908 subscribers. And if you look down below, you can see right here.
Oh, look, there's Freaky.
This is a big thank you to all our subscribers. These are all the subscribers that are public to us. There are Always New Times right there. You see that?
Yeah.
Steve and Donna, what's up? And so the growing of this channel has been exponential this year. It's been crazy good. And I do have a few shout outs I want to give. These 2 channels are the channels that I've been shadowing this entire year, and they've been giving me props, and we've been working together, and more than any of the other channels. One is the Big Bear Homestead, Jason and Robin from the Big Bear Homestead.
They put up with a lot of bullshit from us.
They put up with a lot from us, and we're in the middle of a war right now. So,
well, I don't know if it's in the middle of a war. There have been multiple shots fired, and there's been no return fire.
No return fire, you know.
So,
but he's a Marine, and I'm in the Navy, so we'll see what Marine. I think it's because I'm in the water and he's on the land, or vice versa.
I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out. We'll see what happens. So behind the scenes, we get along really great, and we are making puns at each other. We did a couple collabs. We did the yoga video with them.
Yeah, that was actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
That was a lot of fun.
I was a little nervous.
Had a good time.
Yeah, we didn't die. I was sore the next day, though. Full disclosure.
And the next channel that I want to shout out is Brad and Kelly from Full Spectrum Survival. Now between
she said it's coming.
Oh, Robin said it's coming.
We ain't scared. We ain't scared.
So between the 2 channels, they have really helped to build up our subscribers by recommending people to come to our channel, and it's helped a lot. And also, if you go to the Full Spectrum Survivals channel, he does a live show every Wednesday night, and for the majority of the last 3 months, 4 months, I've been invited onto his show,
which is nice because that means I have full control over the TV every Wednesday night.
Talks about random things, but this year's been fantastic. We will be crossing 1,000, I want to say, by the end of the month.
That's the goal. That's the hopeful.
The goal.
Hell yeah, that we're going for. So that's yeah.
So we went to the. Actually,
there's no we.
I went to the Homesteaders of America conference in October. This was the second annual, and I went down to Georgia, met up with Robin and Jason from the Big Bear Homestead, and then we drove up together and had a blast. Met with Doc Ferris, who's in the room, and we did a course with Jason from the Big Bear Homestead. He did a trapper's course, full day of learning how to trap.
Excuse me, that was a lot louder than I thought it would be.
So we spent the day, and literally, you okay?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm good.
Let it out. And so we spent the day learning how to trap, and then the next 2 days listening to speakers like Joe Salatin. What's his name from that show on TV?
That guy.
That guy. Oh, help me out here, Robin. Mountain Men. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, Jason says he's gonna tell everyone about.
Hey, we'll post
also
it.
What I did.
You want us to? We'll put it out there. We ain't scared.
I'll put it out there. I ain't scared. So I kind of mock Big Bear Homestead's videos sometimes.
Should I get the hat?
When the opportune moment comes up, we'll know it and we'll record it and we'll send it to them. And I don't know if they like it or they don't, but it's very mocky, and I know that it's all in good fun.
I think Robin enjoys it.
I think I'm gonna get a mail bomb or something like that.
A glitter bomb.
It's a glitter bomb. Yeah,
yeah.
That's fantastic. Giving them ideas. That's a good one. But 2018, our channel has grown tremendously. So those two channels are the big shout outs. The monitors, Kitty, as always, love you. And she had an eventful year as well. And she's got a new channel coming out. She's going to be doing videos from what I heard. And a few other people are starting new channels as well.
Always let us know. Like, we'll come check it out.
No kidding.
Support y'all. Y'all have supported us. And I'm not going to lie, it was a little weird for me to get in on the whole YouTube thing. It was mostly this guy here. And I was very reluctant in the beginning because I'm like, nobody wants to hear us. Like, who are we to talk to people online?
Right.
And so it's definitely been a learning and growing experience for me. I mean, he's done a lot of the technical stuff and, building the channel. I just come on and burp online and then, make people laugh, and that's it. So it's definitely like it's been interesting. So trying to see what's.
You act like it's not already on the way. Big Bear. I honestly.
Once again.
Yeah.
I just remember glitter is the herpes of the craft world.
See that? Shoot with this hand.
All right, Blazing Saddles reference.
So
Right.
scared.
Moving on. What else happened last year?
What's next?
I don't know. Do we do? We can go to the did nots.
So
So we made a list. We have the dids and the did nots. Our garden. Not gonna lie, we're a homesteading channel. Woo! Let's do everything ourselves. Our garden sucked ass this year. We had beautiful plants.
Beautiful plants.
I mean, our tomatoes were probably ended up being over 10 feet tall. I mean, just gorgeous plants.
No blight, no nothing, and no
tomatoes either. So I mean, I think the only thing that we successfully got out of our garden, two things. We got the green beans.
Green beans.
For once, I had enough to make a side dish for a meal.
A meal.
Hey, I'm not hating on it, and they were delicious.
When does it start? a good start.
And we had sage for the turkey.
Sage for the turkey.
At Thanksgiving.
We had turkey twice this year. Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Have you done the video on that yet?
I have not done the video
on it. We will have a video on that.
I'll post it. It's just going to be a normal, regular video.
Yeah, like just a whatever, because it is phenomenal. If you have cast iron Dutch oven thing and want to try something new, it's super easy. You just chuck it all in there, and holy crap.
Is it good?
My grandmother does not like turkey.
Nope.
I don't like turkey.
She doesn't like turkey or chicken.
She doesn't.
Because it tastes like turkey and chicken.
Yeah, she doesn't. She would be a vegetarian if she liked more vegetables.
Yeah.
So she does eat meat to get like protein and stuff like that. But she had helpings, second helpings of the turkey because it tasted phenomenal. And that to us was like, that is the Michelin star for us. So
for those of you who don't know, what we were talking about was cooking our turkeys in the Dutch oven over an open fire outside the good old fashioned.
Yeah, and it was phenomenal.
It was
highly recommend. Bees
did not do well this year, so this was my first time getting bees.
I got all the Jim. Oh, good Lord, I should pay attention to the chat. I'm turning to you. I got all the stuff for him last year for his birthday. I hooked you up. I have hooked you up 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
Because you already know what you're getting this year.
Yep.
And you're excited, but that's a comment for later on.
We'll talk about it.
So we got all the bee stuff.
And
I think by like August they were gone.
No. No, it was October.
Oh, okay.
After I got back from the HOA, I noticed a few bees coming out from the bottom of the beehive. But that's all I saw was just a few bees. And then the next day I walked by, there were no bees. It's like, all right, it's still hot out. It's still hot out now. We got our window open. It's January 1st, and it's 60 degrees out.
Scrape away.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly, Robin.
Just scrape away. Just scrape away.
And so, put on my outfit. I go to the hive, and I open it up, and there's nothing in there whatsoever. There's a couple of wax moths on one frame of the hive, and that's all it took. They took off.
Yeah.
They left.
They weren't strong enough to defend themselves.
Right. They did what nature's intended them for them to do. When there's a threat, they left.
Yeah.
And so, not only did they leave, but they took all the wax with them, all the honey, everything down to the frames. The only thing that was left was that little cluster of wax moths.
Yeah.
And so we start again fresh this next year and try that out.
Yeah, we have all the stuff now, so we figure, we'll try it again,
A few things I tried out this year. BugK.com. BugK is a man store. If you like Harbor Freight, you'd like BugK. It's a knife store. You get knives from this place. And they have this thing called the SHTF box. And so I signed up for it. It's $20 a month. What's wrong?
Nothing. I had to look at our wall to see if it was.
What?
They was asking about the fan. The
fan
on the wall.
That's from Japan. I served 4 years in Japan from 2000 to 2004.
Yeah.
On the Kitty Hawk. And so there's a thing called the SHTF box from BugK. You get it every month. It's $20. $27 with shipping. I didn't realize we were paying so much for shipping. But we get these boxes. First box, fantastic. Second box was okay. Third box, we get the freaking crossbow pistol.
Yeah.
So
and we're
these
like,
are things.
Hell yeah.
These are things, you have in an SHTF situation or something you could barter with.
Or be like,
you need to.
Give me your stuff.
Exactly.
I got a crossbow pistol.
Mm-hmm.
it's whatever. It's however you like to operate.
Get hit by a 50-pound crossbow pistol.
Especially like right up close.
It would hurt.
Yes.
They would stick. They'd be a sticky stick.
Yeah.
So.
And we're like, okay, this is awesome. It's worth the money.
And then,
we're definitely getting, value for stuff that we want. And then we started getting things like bullet-shaped ice trays. Like not saying it's not cool, but it's not what we wanted it for. In our SHTF situation, we probably aren't going to have a freezer to make cutesy little ice cubes for our Saturday night get-together.
Right.
So
exactly. So we gave it three
I think we gave it 3 more months, and then it didn't really. I mean, there was good stuff in it. He now has a fantastic collection of pocket knives for any situation.
Yep.
But beyond that, like if he wants a pocket knife, he can spend, you know, $10 a month from them and get a knife, and we still have $17 in our pocket.
So they kept last month. Well, actually, last month it was November was the last month I canceled the subscription. December came around, and so I said, "What can I spend $27 on?" And so that's when I got that stuff. Right here.
I didn't know you bought stuff.
You saw me buy stuff.
Did I see you buy stuff? Oh, that thing.
I bought this fancy. There you go. Holder for batteries. So AAAs, AA's, and then down here, these are canisters. So you take a AA battery, you put it in the canister, put it in and it makes a C battery. You do the same thing for the D size, maybe. Yep, and it makes a D size battery. So all we're really investing in are 9 volts, AA's, AAA's, and button cells, and it comes with a tester for that as well. Nickel metal hydride rechargeable batteries are what we're using, because nickel metal hydride can be charged over 1,000 times before it'll start depleting in batteries. But slowly but surely, I will get those battery stores up, and we'll have a decent blackout.
Yeah.
So that's starting that. Yeah, I might do a video on that. I might not, but that was more practical for me than getting a box which with stuff that I don't know what it's going to get.
Yeah.
Spoons.
Yeah.
You know.
So the seed thing.
UOG, which is the Urban Organic Gardener, through seedsnow.com. We still use seedsnow.com, but they had a monthly subscription you can attach. It's about $10 a month, and they would send you 4 sets of seeds, some Epsom salt, pods to start your seeds in, and a little card telling you. And what they would do is they would send you seeds.
Where did you get the battery thing?
Off of Amazon. Get them off of Amazon. Just look up. Megan's gonna look up a link and she'll post it. And so, what was I talking about? Seedsnow.com.
Yeah.
And so what they have is this subscription, and they would send you seeds for the time of the month you should be planting that particular seed. So they send you seeds ready for that month for your area for that time. So you get it, you plant it, and then it grows according to its growth chart and how it's supposed to grow during what time of the year. So Megan found that link. She's going to post that for that caddy. The only thing I don't like about the caddy is you're supposed to be able to mount it on the wall, but it's so the batteries can be loose and they can fall out if you have it at a forward angle at all. Mount it on the wall if it's flush and flat, it'll stay. But if it all gets hit or anything like that, they can fall out. The batteries can. So I'm going to have it on a flat surface anyway. So it's not going to matter. We did not get a deer this year.
There's no we. You did not get a deer this year.
I did not get a deer this year.
Was my ass up in the tree?
So we lost our return on investment on bees, because not only did we spend money on bees, packaged bees, we also tried to requeen it because it was doing poorly, which did well, and then they all left. And then I got a long rifle this year and a crossbow. So my ROE is doing horrible, plus all those bags of corn. Yeah. So
that is what it is.
However, one of my good neighbors, good friends, actually my boss from work, called me up, said, "Hey, I got one for you. We got meat in the freezer. We got about 30 pounds in the freezer." So we're happy about that, to have some fresh venison.
Yeah.
But yeah. What else happened?
Well,
did not go right.
That's what. Now we're moving on to 19.
Nope.
I don't really want. We had surgery.
Okay.
Meg's had surgery. We've had a whole thing on that. I'm doing good. We're getting there.
Doing good and get there. So before we move on, I want to talk about something. What?
We're gonna move on. No, go. You want to talk about something? You also have announcements next Monday. So get your notes together, son.
Well, I'm putting my notes on your page, and you mark them across the whole page. So I have to mark a little here, mark a little there.
They're my damn notes.
Anyway, they are your notes. So two announcements. Next Monday we'll be on Two Family Homestead. They're going to be interviewing us.
And I'm terrified.
She's terrified for some reason. I don't know why. But we're going to be on Two Family Homestead. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm guessing, yep, that's what it is for Two Family Homestead. And she's nervous. I'm not. I think it's going to be a great, enlightening time for folks to come out and see what we're actually about. Because they ask the in-depth questions of what specifically we're after. And so I think everybody would gain from that because we haven't really pushed that out there. We do have a new show channel intro or trailer. Check that out sometime. It gives a little intro on what we are all about if you haven't seen us before. And if you're new here, welcome to the channel. Second announcement, and this is pretty darn big because I don't normally do stuff like this, but I told my wife about it.
I think it's pretty cool too. It's the first time you've kind of had something like this.
Right. You know, as we expand, I've been talking and I've been sending out emails to people about doing reviews and stuff like that. So there's this author. Her name is Daisy Luther, and she is the owner and one of the major article writers of what's the name of the channel? OrganicPrepper.com. And she's a great journalist. She's a great author. She's putting out 12 ebooks from different authors as well, not just from her, on SHTF, survival, stockpiling, creating food storage, everything like that, gardening, a blackout kit. And so she's offered to send me these for free, and also is giving me the opportunity to give those away on my live show for the next 12 shows. So on Fridays, I'll make a video and a review of one book, and then we'll ask people to make comments on that page. If they make a comment, we'll put their name in a hat, and then on that following Tuesday when we have our live show, we'll pull their name out of the hat, and they get a free version of that PDF book. I still owe Donna a review on her book, and I've got a second copy to give away on our next live show.
Nice.
And you got to read that too.
I do.
So we'll do that next Tuesday. So what's next?
2019.
2019. Wow. Have we got a list?
Yeah.
And this is, you set your goals with the hopes of, fulfilling
half of them.
Half of them.
That's about how we roll.
Half. If we get to half, we're doing really good, I think. But,
so it should be this half.
It should be this half. Would you stop moving the table?
I'm sorry. So one of the big things, and the first two on our list, and it's also something we talked with Jason and Robin at Big Bear about, is we did allergy testing last year, 2018, and Huxley, our 4-year-old,
and intolerance.
Has a severe intolerance to chicken. So that sucks hard when you're trying to feed a 4-year-old. And he's very adventurous with his food. I will give him that.
Mm-hmm.
However, like when you're tired and lazy and just want to throw some chicken nuggets in the oven, that's a no-go.
Right.
So it's been frustrating. It's been challenging. There have been a couple times where he's had some issues after eating eggs. And we have our own chickens, so they're not, they're ours. We know where they came from. So we're not sure if that was just something else he had that day or if it was, from the chicken eggs. So the first two things on our list are rabbits. More, to have an extra or a different protein source for him. Something that we can kind of cut up and make little nuggets out of and have in our freezer and kind of do stuff our own way.
We want a few pelts as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's a bunch of different reasons. We've talked about the dog food.
Raw food diets for the dogs.
And, stuff like that just to make them healthier as well as give us another protein source. So we're looking at that. I was able to get some cages, and they're used, but they're...
When she says cages, that means 3 cages. That's 12 extra cages, technically.
Yes. Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
So, yeah. So
on top of the 9 we've already got that are sitting empty right now, waiting for rabbits.
We don't have 9.
9.
Uh-huh. We are prepared
for rabbits
them to make all the babies.
Yep.
So we've got that. Another thing we need to talk about is getting another deep freezer, but that's a comment for another day.
Yeah,
and then probably one thing that I really want is quail.
She wants quail.
I want quail. Mostly for them for the eggs. I've been reading a lot about them, and they have very good allergy fighting properties. And it's another good source of protein and nutrients and stuff like that. So those are the 2 biggest things. One thing that we've talked about off and on since we started getting chickens that I wouldn't mind trying to do this year is to get meat chickens. And just having, like, our egg layers are free range. They go wherever they want and piss Pat off because they poop on the porch.
I hate it.
It is what it is because I love them. So these ones would definitely be penned up, somewhere, and it's not, you have the turnover, so it's not like you're keeping them.
Right. We spoke to Robin and Jason from BreakAway Homestead about this last night, and he was one who suggested, hey, start getting chickens.
Yeah.
And
try Huxley on like the home raised, home butchered chickens and see if it's actually, what. But I still think he might have issues with it because the allergy testing came
He's
back.
got quail hookup. Just hit him up, Big Bear. You're not reading the comments like you're supposed
to. I have been.
Okay. We're gonna do a turkey challenge.
Apparently not the same for all fowl. Because the allergy test that we did had like over 600 things, and there were different like duck and goose and stuff like that in there as well. And chicken was the only thing that he popped on.
Yeah.
But it was bacon. And bacon, but
it was a hair test. We took
it's a DNA test.
They sent it off to a lab in the UK, which specializes in tolerance, and it sent us 3 things.
Yeah.
Intolerance, what you're allergic to, and what's in your body, meaning
like heavy metals and stuff like that. So it was very interesting.
What?
Not that we've noticed. We don't do a lot of turkey.
No, well, the only time we really eat turkey this year was Thanksgiving and Christmas, but he really didn't eat the turkey.
Yeah.
So he's very picky sometimes.
With his meat.
Yeah, he loves beef.
Yeah.
He'll eat beef all day long.
And he likes the deer.
Deer's good too.
Yeah.
Well, I talked to Jason about it. We had talked about it on a different show before. I reminded him that we're supposed to be doing a turkey challenge. They're going to raise turkeys, a couple. We're going to raise a couple. And have real turkey on our table that we've grown.
I've never done that before. So
neither have I.
But anyway, so we were talking about doing some meat chickens and just, basically raising them up to maturity and then butchering them and popping them in the freezer.
Yeah.
After the plucking. So that's those are kind of animal-wise, homestead-wise. Those are kind of the big things we're looking for this year to be able to do. And I definitely think most of them are obtainable. Rabbits for sure, because we've already got, the infrastructure, if you will, for them.
Yeah.
Meat chickens wouldn't be that hard. If we get quail this year, I want to. He's not 100% on board.
I'm not saying I'm not on board.
That's the sound you just... not on board.
It's not that I'm not on board.
I
It's just
don't
that
see why we need more things to shit in our yard. I'm sorry, what? I love you.
This is what I deal with every day. This gal right here. It's I don't want to be stuck with them. And ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm talking about, being stuck with them. I don't want to be stuck with them. I don't want you to go, oh, this is great, fantastic, and then realize you hate it and go, meh, and walk away.
Well, then we kill them and eat them.
That's true.
I mean, it's a win-win either way.
I got it on video. We'll kill them and eat them after she names them Little Quaily and Minnie.
Answer me this. Have I named a single chicken that we've had since we started getting them?
No. Would you stop at the table? No. She slipped me off behind her hand there.
And no, there's no problems being around live chickens, Chip. He absolutely loves our chickens. Chases them around the yard. Yeah. Like, nothing. He gets, he's got chicken poop on him before. Nothing. It is just something about the meat, eating it. And it tears his stomach up and it rips him in the butt.
What bugs me about the chicken poop is the fact it was okay when we had 5 chickens, but we have 14 now. That's a lot more poop in the yard, and it's really annoying. I can't go outside without stepping chicken poop or dog poop. And we've been doing better on the dog poop, but it's at one point we are gonna have to cage up those chickens. And I know you don't want to. See the look she's giving me right now? I'm not even looking.
What's wrong, honey?
Nothing. You're burning holes inside of my head. So big thing happened today. Megan gave me 4 hours off from having to watch the kid, or off on my own.
He has been off work. I have been back to work, so he has been stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
It's been great. Except I'm still cooking dinner, so I'm really not seeing how this works.
And doing laundry.
And cleaning.
Today I went to Harbor Freight. She sent me to Harbor Freight by myself.
I figure he does our finances. He knows how much he can't spend.
And we got a greenhouse from Harbor Freight. This was a tough decision to make. So we were going to get a 10 by 12 Harbor Freight greenhouse. And for the longest time, we're going to get that. We're going to be happy about it. We're going to grow all our own food, everything like that, whatnot. And then it hit me. I'm like, we got to hate this thing. It's going to be a lot more money to get the inside done. So after much discussion, we decided to go with a smaller greenhouse. We got a 6 by 8 from Harbor Freight, which was half the cost. And with that alone being half the cost, it's going to cover all the items needed for inside of the house, including the dirt, and would still be less than what it would cost just for the larger greenhouse alone. So we set up and good to go. So this is going to be a great beta test to see how we do with a greenhouse.
Yeah, a proper one.
A proper greenhouse. And I think we're going to do really well. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, we've had luck with the smaller ones with like the kind of pull down vinyl casing things.
Well, at our old house, we
built the one
at our old house. We built one with cattle paddles.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. If you ever get a chance, just Google it and just do like an image search. And basically, you take like they're 16-foot.
They're 16 foot.
16-foot cattle panels from like Tractor Supply, and you build a frame for them, and then you arch them up and in. So you have to make sure your frame is solid because they're supported and kind of pinned in. But we got 3 cattle panels, like 2, and then the middle one kind of overlap both of them. And then you get kind of the heavy duty roll out plastic and put it up and over it. And it was pretty damn cool.
Right. No, it was good. It worked well. We grew a lot out of that greenhouse.
Yeah, and then when it got warm enough, we just ripped the plastic off and used the cattle grate as
it was 3 mil plastic.
Trellis.
And as soon as it got hot, just ripped it off and worked great. But we had to get our own dirt again. So we're kind of revolving back around this damn circle. And finally figured out, stupid, the ground sucks. And
it's real sandy. Sucks. it's not great. So we have to get dirt delivered. Like we can't do it here.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do lots of videos on that, and it's gonna be great. So it's gonna be awesome. I'm so looking forward to this. So I've got to build this. It's gonna be an interesting build. I'll do a video on it. I'll show you what I'm gonna do for the updates on it, so it doesn't fall apart. Like everybody says, Arbor Freight stuff falls apart.
We're also raising it up so it's a little bit taller.
Right. So I was good. I got the greenhouse, a couple of other things, a couple sawhorses, and maybe a couple other things. But I did not. Let me tell you, folks. I walked up to the counter. I was about to check out. I looked in my cart, and then I turned around and put almost everything back. All I did was keep all the coupons I had already clipped out because they were cheaper. I took those items, which was like 5 items, and then
he did good.
Home Depot. Got the stuff for the base of this greenhouse, and then bam, we're going to start building that stuff tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. What's going on in the comments over there?
Oh, they're talking about container gardening and stuff like that, and Big Bear and Doc are talking about trapping, but it's been too wet, and everybody's like, yeah, your mud was starting to dehydrate. So, yeah, and they're talking about doing a collab for gardening, and
oh, yeah.
No, like people in the
anybody want to do a collaboration on gardening? Just
with you. They're talking
about it with themselves. Fine. Do your own collaboration. I'll sit and watch. I'm just going to make a video on it. I know Terry's looking forward to getting some videos out this year. She's going to be gardening this year as well.
What else? What else we got? So I have some stuff that I want to do this year.
So these are her personal goals.
Yeah, these are some of my personal goals. Last year was kind of rough, like having the surgery, stuff with that. Been some issues at work, and I'd like to change directions, but right now, especially with Huxley and, just basically being a special needs child, I don't know what you're doing. Just gonna ignore you. I have an insane amount of flexibility at my job, so I can't really do anything about it right now.
Wait.
Yeah, just wait, pretty much. So my goal kind of this year is to find little things that make me happy outside of work. And things like, I used to write letters, and I like the feeling of like when you get something in the mail that's not junk or a bill, and you just have that little note that for 30 seconds one day somebody thought about you, right, and cared enough to write it down and put a stamp on it. And so I've actually already ordered some stationery and like not like fancy writing pens, but like they're gonna be my designated stationery pens.
Nice.
So because I want to start writing letters to people, or just a little note in the card, hey, hope everything's going okay. Stuff like that. Just trying to have a connection with people, and I enjoy writing letters. So if it gives me some joy out of it, then that's what it's for.
So, just real quick to interrupt there, we do have a P.O. Box, the BreakAway Homestead, P.O. Box 763, Vass, North Carolina 28394. Write her a letter.
I'll write you on back on my pretty little stationery. So that's kind of one of the big things, and like I just want to do stuff. Like I've started doing soap. Totally full disclosure, it's the melt and pour stuff from Amazon.
Step 1.
But I'm trying, and I'm getting there, and I have made 3 different flavors so far, and they've all been phenomenal. I've been giving them to people at work to be like, hey, go home and try this, because I don't know if it's good or not. And so far, it's been good reviews, but I enjoy it. I like mixing the stuff, and it's fun, but it's easy. And if Huxley starts going terrorist mode in the middle of it, I can go, I can put it aside and go deal with him, and then come back to it and just remelt it. So it's easy, but it makes me happy. Again, God bless Amazon for that 2-day delivery.
2-day delivery.
And there's another thing that I am waiting for stuff to come in. I have always wanted to play around with resin. Resin.
Epoxy.
Yeah, epoxy, stuff like that. And I finally said, screw it. I had some money from Christmas, and I was like, you know what? Now is the time. You keep saying you want to do it. Let's try it. So I got a thing of molds and jewelry thingies, and my epoxy stuff should be in on Thursday. And I'm gonna throw some glitter and some epoxy and make probably some jewelry that looks like a 5-year-old made it. But damn it, it's gonna make me happy.
Bedazzle that shit.
And it's gonna be fantastic. And that's what everybody's gonna get for Christmas this year. We were thinking ahead.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my thing this year. Is I want to find the little things out of work that make me happy, that allow me to have that little bit of stress relief. And I used to have hobbies, and now I don't. And I want to try to have hobbies again, to have that personal satisfaction that it may not be great, but I did it. And I'm just looking for that. More for the house and stuff, I want to, well, overall for me in general, like just kind of try to go more natural. And by that, I mean like shampoos and tie in with the soap. I actually found a recipe online and I made my own shampoo, and I think it's working so far.
And a rinse.
Yeah, so shampoo.
I haven't tried it. Her and her mother are doing it.
Yeah.
I'm not that type. I gotta have specific shampoo, or this becomes winter.
Yeah.
And
well, that's one of the reasons I want to try. My dandruff was getting kind of out of control, and I was like, screw it, nothing seems to be working. Let me try this. And so far, it's been better. I've been happy with it. I'm still in kind of the crossover phase, going from like, commercial shampoo to homemade stuff. But overall, I mean, we're softer. I don't have as many frizzies. My fro has gone down, so we're getting there. I think it's definitely making a difference. Just trying stuff like that. I really want to try homemade deodorant, but I'm terrified because I sweat like a dude. And I don't think it will hold up to the sweat of my body.
Yeah, well, you are going through like menopause.
Yeah, I also have a lot of body changes going on right now, so we're probably gonna hold off on that one. I was also threatened at work that if I started stinking, that they would get rid of me or not let me sit at my desk. So, and another big thing, and this one's for like the whole house, the homestead, if you will, is kind of going on with that more natural thing. I want to go through the house and get rid of all of our commercial cleaners except maybe the Drano, because I have long hair and I plug the drain. And so in the shower. And so I basically want to go through and get rid of everything and make homemade cleaners, the vinegar, the essential oils, so lemon, stuff like that, baking soda. Baking soda. And it's one of those things like, you talk about it all the time and you're like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Like, we have had this book, and
I've had this book.
And yeah, Pat's had this book for years now.
Yeah, a couple of years.
And it's always like, oh, we should try some of the stuff in there. We definitely need to do it. And then we don't, and we buy the stuff, and then it never, we buy and nothing. So my goal for this year, we've already started making our own laundry detergent.
Yep.
And we love it.
Yeah.
And it just I feel like it makes the clothes cleaner.
Oh, I think it's great.
Yeah. And so I want to do that with the rest of the house. And I actually ordered some glass spray bottles, like tinted or amber glass spray bottles from Amazon, to be able to put some of the stuff in, start slow with the stuff we use more often, and then go on from there and tweak it and find what we like. And
I bought stuff today to make a locked cabinet, so obviously it doesn't get in.
Yeah, so that kind of stuff, and that's kind of what we're looking for. That's what I want to do. Just try to be more natural, try to find things that make me happy, and little things. Writing a letter takes a minute.
Right.
It's the remember to put it in the mailbox part that I normally falter on. Being more natural, trying to be happier with what I have and enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's kind of my goal.
Yeah.
I don't have any, yes, we should eat healthier and we'll work on it, but that's a constant thing.
Yeah.
Yes, I need to lose weight, but I mean, damn, I always need to lose weight. I don't want those to be my goals.
Paprika. She asked if we use Dr. Bronner's soaps. We had just gotten a new bottle of Castile soap from Dr. Bronner's. It's almond. It smells awesome.
Yeah, it's a hemp almond. It was the closest one because I wanted to use the recipe I had did it have essential oils in it? I don't think it did.
No.
But I wanted something that was as
Closest.
unscented as possible.
Right.
And I figured the hemp almond would be kind of a more neutrally scent. And so that's what I picked. We've never used it before. I've never used it before, the Dr. Bronner's. And so far I like it. The recipe that I used for the shampoo is really simple. It was you steep green tea for 30 minutes, and then it's a cup of green tea, a cup of whatever liquid or whatever Castile soap you want, and then a tablespoon of olive oil and a teaspoon of honey. And then you just mix it all up and put it in a squirt bottle. Or not a squirt bottle, but I got shampoo bottles off Amazon. And I've been buying all the things on Amazon. My email is just like, Amazon, thanks for your order. Amazon, thanks for your order.
So I'll be heading to the thrift store sometime this week. I'm going to see if I can pick up a old crock pot. And I've already charged Megan to consider making our own Castile soap.
I want to try it. I only started making soap, if you can even call that, a month ago, 2 months ago. So,
you make a batch, you're making a gallon of it. And stuff is it could be expensive, but it's all natural.
Yeah. So we want to try it, but I haven't gotten that far yet. I had to stick my toes in. I am not just a jump off the cliff person. I got to feel how cold the water is first. Yeah. So
little do you know about us as far as our personal lives go. We are not really people. People. We have friends. They're very close friends. And we don't really go out there to try to meet new people because we don't want to be let down. We don't want people thinking we're weird. I don't know.
People think we're weird, and we're okay with that. But we also, the people that think we're weird, we think they're weird. Exactly. And our weirdnesses just come together.
People with more thought process that we have, more sustainable stuff.
Not even that, just like political
how about common sense?
Yeah.
We want people that have common sense, right?
And it's hard for us, like, the things we want to do and the things we're trying to do are not very common around here.
In line with what other people do.
And then it's also hard on, like, the other side of it. Like, we've traveled, Pat was stationed in Japan. We met in Italy. We traveled in Europe. My brother lives in London. My parents are moving to Germany. We have had, in our own way, a very low-key way, like an international lifestyle.
Yeah.
And we have traveled and we have done things and experienced things. And then
we've never been stuck in one place.
Yeah, where we moved, especially our first house, there were people that, a vacation was going to the next county over. And so it was very hard for us to connect. We were friendly, we were nice, they were nice with us, but on a deeper, let me show you my true self side of things, it was very hard to connect when the life experiences
they've had is so minimal.
And not even that, it was just like they thought we were weird for some of the stuff we were doing, but to us it was normal, and there was always just felt like there was that gap.
Yeah.
And from us to them and from them to us, it was both sides of the thing, but it's hard for us. Plus we are weird people, honey.
Yeah.
So it's hard for us to really find people that we can let our guard down with.
Yeah.
And genuinely one-on-one, and it takes years for us to get that way. So with most people,
we've committed to do a couple things.
Not by we. Me. I have been told that we will be doing things.
So, hey, YouTube turned out okay, right? You're doing okay.
I'm doing okay.
We'll do all right with this too. One, I'm bringing back Sunday dinner. At least one Sunday per month, we will invite some not so close friends out and have them for dinner, and sit down and see if we can make that real connection. And we want to have more friends that we can rely on in case something happens. We do have children. We do know other people who have children as well, in the same age frame too.
Yeah.
But we don't really connect like that, and it's just, hey, we go to a party, a Christmas party, or a Halloween party. We say hi, and then next year we'll do the same thing again. We're not close friends.
Yeah.
But we can. You you peruse, you could tell who would make a good fit, who wouldn't, but we don't make that next step. Well, I'm putting my foot down and making that next step. And we're inviting people to our house to have dinner. And we're hoping they'll do the same and that we will go out of the house and go to their place as well.
That was not part of the deal.
Yeah, it is now. Next.
No.
Yeah.
No. They can come here.
I
we have
that.
A child that lives by his schedules.
Mm-hmm.
They can come here. Baby steps, honey. Baby steps. Toe in the water first.
Anywho. Okay, baby steps. We'll get that done. Another thing I want to do is...
Your notes are on this one, you ass.
I am not done with this one. Biatch. All right, stop. Someone's going to call the cops or something. I don't know. Another thing I want to do is we want to get out more often. We don't get out. We don't go do things by ourselves.
No, we don't.
I've already started date night.
We're going on a date, y'all.
We're going on a date. 12 January, we're going to go see an orchestra.
Because that's what we like to do on our dates.
It's something
I'm
that's getting in the house.
excited.
We're going to go. She's not excited.
I am excited. I am.
So now we invited a friend that we haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
They're coming. And we're going to go listen to music we actually like. This is some orchestral stuff, and a specialized pianist will be there. Or specialized. Whatever. A pianist will be there.
It's such a weird word.
And so we'll do that without our kid and actually spend some time with a friend that we haven't seen in a couple of years.
And be by ourselves without our child.
And so that's one step. Next step, and we're going to try to make this work this year, is we're going to try to do a class together.
Yeah.
And so the suggestion was, and what we agreed on, would be sign language. There's an American Sign Language beginners course starting up in March that we're going to
the community college in town.
And they have beginner and intermediate, and then anything beyond that we'd have to. But we want to do it together so we can communicate together. And I think sign language would be the easier language to learn. So I know we're running over time. We're already past up our hour, but I want to talk about my personal goals as well for the year. And then
do you mind if I tap out and go clean the living room?
Sure, go ahead. And
I'm going because I need to clean our living room after our hurricane of a child went through it today. So thank y'all for coming out. Welcome to
2019
with us.
Yep.
And Monday night, 2 Family Homestead.
Monday night, 2 Family Homestead.
Come cheer me on.
Yep. Come support.
Yeah.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right, go.
Take your chair with you.
I brought it down here. You take it back.
We'll move it over to the side at least. I got you a pillow to sit on.
You did, and my butt enjoyed it.
All right. Shut the door behind you.
Everybody's already in here, honey.
Okay, fine. So my personal goals is, well, I was just talking about being more social. Sunday dinner. And I'm also doing a poker night. And there's a few specific male friends that I have that I will be inviting over to my house for poker. It's going to be a 6-man crew. And we're going to do this once a month. And that's another way to get out and network and whatnot. And so it'll rotate around. After I host this one poker party, the winner of that poker tournament or poker night will not only win the money, but they'll also win the chance to host to the next month's event. So these are the things that I'm doing to become more social and to get my hand out there to feel who is in the right mindset of preparedness. If I had to be in a group with somebody, or somebody were to come to me that I knew, I need to know if I can depend on them, if they're going to be reliable, if they're going to be useful. And they're going to need to know the same thing. Because if I have to uproot and go someplace else, and they're there, they're going to know my personality, what my life goals are, and everything like that. So next, self-care. Both Megan and I, we've been going to a chiropractor now for 3 months. I've been going for 3 months. She's been going to 2. And we are getting our lives in order. We're doing supplements now. and really enjoying being healthier. I quit smoking in October. She has not yet, but she is working on it. And then, with, of course, the new year coming up, she'll be going back to the gym, which she will do. She always does. And I will be doing more exercises. Just purchase a weighted vest, and that's my lazy man's version of working out. If I strap on a 40-pound vest and just walk around all day, I'm going to burn a lot of calories just doing nothing because I've added 40 pounds to my body. And it's also going to get me more prepared for backpacking, which I'd like to do this year. Brewing beer, brewing wine, brewing mead. Once we get our stuff back up and running, we'll talk about bees. Uh, we won't use the bee honey from that because it's actually better for you to use other people's honey because it's cheaper that way because your honey is so valuable. But we're gonna brew mead, we're gonna brew some beer, and then I'm gonna put my hand in for some wine. I have not brewed wine before. Megan does the liquor, I do the wine. So we'll try some wine this year. The rabbitry setup, like Megan said, we just added 12 new cages to the 9 that we already have to the homestead. I gotta get them set up because they were meant to be internal cages. I'm just gonna put roofs on all of them, and they'll work out really well. They're vet cages, so they have the little lock on the front, and that's gonna work up also. So to wrap things up, I'm going to talk about what's going to be happening on the channel a little bit more for 2019. Got my calendar right here. Isn't that pretty? So just taking a look at January, you can see all those marks on there. All the blue marks are marks showing that there's going to be something going on YouTube for that day. And so I count 21 total inputs on YouTube. We're going to be expanding things out. Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our live show is not going to change. We got those books on Friday, the book reviews. I'm going to critique these books from Daisy Luther and other authors from this company. And then I will give those books away on that following Tuesday. Also coming up is the Victory Garden recap. So what the Victory Garden recap is I've got my hands on about 35-ish radio broadcasts from World War II. And they're PDFs. And what they are is this show called Homemakers Chat. It's about the people on the home front giving their war effort by raising or growing victory gardens. So I'm going to repeat that and reread all those Victory Garden chats or radio broadcasts, and I'm going to post them on the channel. And you'll see those as they come up. The premiere for the first one is going to be the 14th of January. It's already been posted. It's already done. I am trying to keep ahead of everything. So our website, www.breakawayhomesteader.us. I'll put the link up here. BreakAwayHomesteader.us is up and running. It's still a work in progress. It will always be a work in progress because we'll always be adding things to it. I have a plan. It's on my list here is to do a blog at least once a week. So if you go to that, you can find yourself subscribing to that. And I will send you a copy of that blog every week when I post it out. So give you an example. I've already done this week's blog. Blogs are due by Wednesday of every week. This week's blog was on Robin Rear's soap. So the Big Bear Homestead makes their own soap. And this is the soap I tried. It's called Warrior's Repose. And it says, this soap was created for my dear warrior and all of our warrior friends. You are relieved from your post, if only for a moment. Relax and wash off your worries of the day. And this soap is very sedative. And I wrote a great review on it. Had a little weird experience but it's also posted on my website there. So if you go on the website, you go to On the Homestead, those blogs are posted there. I posted on Facebook. I posted on um, Twitter as well. Uh, but if you subscribe, which you can now do on my site, I will make sure you get an email with that weekly update on what's going on the homestead and blog for that. So another thing I want to do for the channel is get specific on helping you guys out in specific uh, genres of information on our Tuesday night live show. So today we're talking about 2018, 2019, but we're actually scheduling ahead for the rest of the month to talk about other things. So the next show is going to be on the 8th. That's live show is going to be the 8th. We're going to talk about tires and what you need to do for your tires because winter is here, but it's not going to be hot forever. And if you don't have tread on your tires, there's going to be some issues. But we're going to talk about tires, what's good, what's not, especially for your folks up in the north. On the 15th, we're going to talk about the flu and how the flu season is going to be this year, what's going to happen, and some home remedies that you can do to deter the flu, and whether or not you should feel that you should even be forced to have a flu shot. The 22nd is actually not going to be on Tuesday. Oh, well, it is on Tuesday, but the State of the Union is on the 22nd of January. And so we're going to move that to the 24th of January. That's Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to have Robin Rear from the Big Bear Homestead come on. And we're going to talk to each other and talk to you about what my favorite, it's not hers. We already talked about this conversation. Essential oil, which is oregano oil. We'll go back into history, talk about what oregano oil was for the Greek times, for the folks out there back in those days, and we'll go forward and talk about what you use oregano oil for, and that stuff is potent stuff, and we'll have a good show on that. Last, the 29th, we're going to talk about, I'm going to have a special guest on the show. That's going to be Brad from Full Spectrum Survival. He's coming on to my show, and we're going to talk about pour, window, and door security. And so what I want out of each Tuesday is for everybody to get something from that show that they can learn, never learned before, and we're going to make it a great show. And I've got this planned out for the rest of the year. And we will continue on working these as long as, I want to build the channel up to where it's sustainable and it can help out. So once I hit that 1,000 mark, we will definitely be good to go. Megan got me a nice new camera, 24 megapixel camera for the channel. So the video quality is automatically going to get better. The audio is going to get better. Everything's going to get better about this channel, including the website. Go on to it, check it out. We work with seedsnow.com and also Piping Rock. You don't have to buy them from there, but if you do buy supplements or seeds, you can get them through that site. We are affiliated with them, so if you buy through that site, we do get a small kickback on that. But other than that, that's our show for today. We hope you enjoyed it, and we're looking forward to your next show on Tuesday night, next Tuesday, the 8th, where we will be talking about tires. And we'll do the homestead update and talk about tires, and then move on from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope you guys enjoyed our chat tonight, and we will see you next Tuesday at 9 p.m. But before I go, I'm going to check this chat here real quick and see if anybody has any questions. Yep, black Old Waste tea, black elderberry tincture or tea. And it's funny because elderberry grows wild out here, crazy wild out here. And Terry asked me last year to send her some starts, and I sent her some starts. So maybe we'll do that again this spring. I'll pull out some more elderberry and make them into starts. Chip Signal says 1,000 beyond. Heck yeah, we're really looking forward to it, Chip. Those 2 times you pushed Brad some super chat. He did push that back to me. I do appreciate that. It helped out a lot. Freaky Geek, Doc Ferris, missing the big fuzzy mic. Looking forward to that. It'll be a great show. Thank you, Breakaway Homestead, for a great video. Good luck at the poker game. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping people show up to it. I really want it to be like a manly monthly thing. But and Paprika C FAA Fa Paprika. My email address is breakawayhomesteader@gmail.com. I'm gonna put it up here. Homesteader@gmail.com. Go ahead and email me, and I'll chat with you with whatever you want to talk about. If you guys have any questions, anything like that, feel free to email me. I will get back to them as soon as possible. Best way to do it. You can also leave questions on the comment section below, and then we'll get back to them the following week. Go onto the website, check that out. There's a subscription section. You'll get blogs from that. You can also contact us from the website directly. It'll send me an email. But again, also on there, we do have a P.O. box for you guys. If any of you guys want to send anything for a review, you want to send something for a mailbox, you want to say hi, send a card, just go ahead and do that. It's P.O. Box. And I'm going to put it up here as well. P.O. Box. And I'm going to verify real quick what it is. Break. I just want to make sure it's correct, right? Contact/subscribe. Boom, boom, boom. Almost done. Internet slow tonight. Of course, we are streaming live. 736. P.O. Box 736. Vass, North Carolina 28394. Send us a postcard. Let us know where you're calling, where you're watching from. Do something like that. Send Megan a letter. She'll reply back to you. And we would enjoy getting mail from you guys. So that's it for tonight. I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great 2019. Great start. Fresh start. Make goals. Sit down with your spouse or by yourself. Write your goals out. Make small goals and meet those first. And then on the side of that list, make the bigger goals. So as you're doing small goals, you might reach those bigger goals because they could be combined with those smaller goals. So make those goals and get on them because this year only happens one time in your lifetime. So have a good one, guys, and be safe out there.